G'day viewers, if there are any, looks like there are. Cool. Welcome to Tramsim Console Edition, which will be releasing any second now, I think. At least I think I've got the time right. I hope I do. I have got a super bodgy set up with my Xbox Series S, and I've got wires going everywhere. I've got stuff going everywhere. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to hear the game or not. I could before, then I couldn't, then I could, then I couldn't. Well, let's get into it, shall we? Tramsim console. I've got the deluxe edition loaded. So we have available to us Vienna and Munich. And we can have scenarios. So we have switch malfunction, shunting, which is at the depot in Vienna, which is part of the deluxe edition. We have start of shift, also part of the deluxe edition. Short tour, which I think is in both. Closing time, another one from the deluxe edition. Alrighty. Now, what about vehicles? Let's get out of here. I'm still getting used to the Xbox. Is the sound okay? Hello, cat. How are you? Happy birthday. Is the sound okay? That's a good question because I can't actually tell yet. But anyway, we have the Flexity tram. And these are a fairly modern tram in Vienna. They look very narrow to me, like they're going to fall over, but they don't, so that's fine. In fact, you can drive them as fast as you want, and they don't fall down. All good. We have the E2, which is an older tram. Have to say that I actually prefer this one. It's a tram and trailer car, so the front one's powered, back one not. We have the ultra-low floor Type A, which is a modern ultra-low floor tram. Okay. And if you're an American, I'm not going to call them streetcars. This is Tramsim. Ultra low floor Type A1. It's just like that one, but it's grey. Then there's the ultra low floor Type B, which is a longer version of that one. And then there's the ultra low floor Type B1, which is like that one, but it's not. Yeah, they're kind of the same. Then we have the one from Munich, which is a little bit unique. It's more like a cross between a bus and a tram. And this one is the not a droid honest, the R2-2B. So we will jump into that one to start with. You get a bunch of tutorials in the game. You go in here, you get these ones I don't really like that much because they're sort of, they're like a book, but they're not like a book. Hello, SIT, how are you? And you've got those for all sorts of things throughout the game. Now, fortunately, they've also introduced some driving tutorials. So there's one for the Flexity, and that covers pretty much all the others as well, really. And there's one for the Munich's, not a droid honest, R2-2B. Then there's a driving one for Vienna signals. There isn't one for the Munich signals, but in the Munich one, they do a little bit of signaling. Then there's the gameplay one, which again is centered around Vienna. Now, those of you who recall this on PC, Munich came out first, and it was a few years before Vienna came out, and they were actually separate games. So I'm quite happy to see all this stuff joined together, which is cool. Now, I've got videos on the tutorials. That stuff will all be going live shortly. I think the sound on those might be a little bit crap, to be honest, because I've done a new sound setup for the stream, so I'm hoping the game sound will actually work. Now, there is, if you're on Xbox, a little issue. You need to be able to interact with things in the world, and you kind of can't. It's problematic. However, there's a workaround. Plug in one of these little doobies. Plug in a mouse. You don't need to use the mouse as a mouse. You can keep using your controller. That's fine. But just plug one in, and suddenly the interact with the world stuff works. Now, I've spoken with the devs about this, and it will come out in a patch probably next week to resolve that issue. Let's jump into a tram. Let's start with Munich. I'm going to run in simplified mode, and the difference between simplified mode and advanced mode is essentially you run everything in advanced mode. You need to know what the route is, you need to know where you're going, you need to set everything up. Simplified mode, it does all that stuff for you. I'm a simple kind of guy. I prefer that. So, let's pop down and start the game. Actually, let's not do Route 23. I've done Route 23, I've done Route 27. Let's be brave. Yeah, let's do Route 28. Just because I haven't. I haven't played it at all. So, this could go interestingly. That's okay. Now, can you hear the tram sounds now? My stream thing says you can, but I'm not sure if you actually can. And how's the balance between the two as well? Alright, we are in a big blue thing. And we're going to shit plates. I guess that's what that says. There's a very cool fountain over there, actually. That's one of the really cool things. But anyway, let's jump in the tram. And you use right stick and press it to cycle things around. And we're just going to drive forwards and go to our stop. Give it a bit of bell. You can hear it? Fantastic. Now that X up there tells me the points are now set in the right direction for me. Ooh, this is a bit laggy for me. Now I'm just waiting for it to actually give me permission to go. So that horizontal bar means I can't go, and the K tells me wait. It's K for wait. It sounds a little bit behind the times for me, but I'll survive that experience. F for frickin' get ready and go. We got the bar that tells us we can go through these points. And you want to stick to about 10 to 15 Ks going through points, or bad things happen. And is there a tram coming? No good, because we'd clobber it. Here's our first stop. Welcome to Munich. This is where you get onto the U-Bahn. Or is it U-Bahn? I don't know. And the S-Bahn, I think. I have to say the... oh, we've got a wheelchair dude as well. I get to show you how to use the ramp, if I can figure it out. This little H up here tells you where you need to come to a stop to get the maximum possible points. And those of you who know me know that I don't really give much of a rat's about points. Alright, now, let's just sit over here. B to open the front doors. X to release the others. It doesn't actually open them, it just releases them. And now, I have to deploy the thing. So I have to go back in the cab, because I have to turn on this brake. Alright, now let's pop out so we can see wheelchair dude. And then I have to use a horrible menu, because I'd love to use the tram features for this, but I fail dismally every time I do it. So we'll get the ramp out, which is a little bit hard to see because it's behind the big red wheelchair thing there. But it is coming out, I can see the tip of it. And now I've got to put it down on the ground. There he goes, he gets in. Then he just sits on the end of it, and you go raise. And you go raise again, and then he drives in. And then raise again to get the thing in. And you have to keep pressing it till it's actually done. Now every now and again it gets confused, and it takes the A button that you're using to pull the chair thing in as being get up out of your seat, which is of course not what you want. Alright, let's jump back in here, close the front doors, and we should... There you go, the doors. And I should get a ding. I think... Oh, no, I haven't done this. I haven't turned off that silly brake. Now, I've got no idea how wheelchair man... There's our ding. I've got no idea where the wheelchair man actually works out where to get out from. So we've got F to get ready, and there's our green. Just put on a left indicator. They look so depressed. And it is a city of ravers and people in leopard pants. Hello, Dotrail, how are you? Letting me know Tramsim is tops. Glad you like it. Hopefully you like it on console as much as you will for everything else. I don't know the answer to the question about Rail Driver, but that would be kinda cool. This is a stoplight, so I probably should.
Umstieg zur U4, U5 und zur S-Bahn. Change here for U4, U5 and S-Bahn services.
Are there any trams coming? No. Why is this light red? I could just drive. What would happen if I just drove? What do you think? Hello, V for Vicky. How are you? It would be cool if they added the rail driver. Indeed. They're both red. Maybe if I get a bit closer. That's the problem with not driving this route before. Do I have to press the button, maybe? There is a button there. You know what? We're just going to go. And if we derail, we derail. So be it. My controller's going quite mental in my hands, but the points are set, so it should be fine. And you've got to wait for your back of your tram to come through all the points as well, not just the front. How are you, V? Alright, let's get moving properly. We got a red light coming up here. Be thankful that the announcer's there. We're allowed to go through this one. Muted that just in time. Be thankful the announcer's there and I don't have to butcher the place names from Munich. The ubiquitous McDonald's. Another red light. One thing you'll get used to in Tramsim is waiting. Hey, just out of interest, if you try and turn on closed captions, does it work? There we go. Oi! Oh, cars just love running through stuff here. It's quite disturbing that I'm hearing the sound after everything else happens. Could be through all the points up the back there, I think. Camera angles are weird. And our speedo goes fuzzy when you first come back. Here's our first stop. Plays pretty well on the Xbox S. British Ace tells me it plays pretty well on the PlayStation 5. Yours, B, and X. What about you? Do you want to get off here? You don't know, do you? Alright. That's fine. I think he kind of just gets off wherever you let him off, to be honest. Alright, we can go. Can we go? I don't know, I should have a look at traffic lights, shouldn't I? Yeah, looks like it. Nothing says we can't. Away we go. This one's changing, so this one we've got to stop at now. The yellow, the dot in the middle means it was changing. So we didn't get very far. Get used to this with Tramsim. Because, you know, everywhere you want to go. Apparently you can pull that down. I'm not sure how though. Oh, that worked a little bit. Worked a little bit. There we go. And we can go too. We've got the vertical bar. Now we have the straight track. The X tells you that the points are set for you. Aren't you glad I didn't have to say that? DTG's not the developer. They are the publisher, but the developer is View App. But we do have the, oh, I don't have that turned on. Because it is a DTG publishing. Trains, kits, etc. says no, but the audio-generated caption should work on the upload of the stream. They should actually work live, but I know it's not going out for everyone. I checked on my phone before on a test stream and it worked on that. So it depends what country you're in and whether the stream is allowed to support it or not. And whether it understands your voice. And I am an Aussie. Who knows? I like traffic lights. There we go. Who knows where I like traffic lights comes from? Watch a pedestrian walk out in front of us? No, she didn't. That's surprising. Got to go a little bit slow in the corners. But the graphics are really quite nice for the S. I did learn something with my bit of streaming gear. Oh, the subtitles work for you. That's fantastic. I turned them on in the hope that they might help someone. I initially got this streaming gear that was recommended by some of the other ambassadors, and I discovered it only streamed in 1080. But then I discovered if I plug the thing into a monitor first, it streams in whatever the monitor's resolution is. So it should be coming out at a relatively decent resolution for you. It doesn't look too awful. Because I'm actually watching what you're watching to drive the tram, which is slightly disturbing. Alright, doors open. Do you want to go here? Well, let's do it. Let's get rid of Mr. Disabled Man here. So I'll put on the brake, because it won't let you do anything else if you don't do that. Get outside the tram again. Actually, if I sit over here, maybe we'll be able to see him. Oh, you can see a little ramp pop out there. Now, if he wants to go, he'll get on the ramp. If he doesn't, he'll laugh at me. No, he wants to go. I know in the Vienna version, you actually get a special light comes on whenever you have the person, when they want to stop, it tells you. But I think in this one, they get off wherever you do it. It doesn't seem to make any difference. I think we're all done there. So back to the cab, turn off this switch so I can have my doors back. And then we can do our doors, and hopefully we've got the F to get ready thing lit up. And go! I think I'm hearing the sound a good 4 seconds behind when it happens, which is kind of funny. So to speed up and slow down, here's another tram. You just use your left stick. And they always bell at each other when they go past. Damn it, I parked right where I can't see it. Let's go forward a little bit. Alright, that'll do. Now I can see the thing. And we're off. Beautiful. Vertical bars mean go. Daniel Raphael says Python in a strange and confusing thing. Trains, kits, etc. says, I'm in Brazil as far as YouTube is concerned because Aussie YouTube ads are not passionate enough. Well, yes, Brazilian people are extremely passionate people. I actually know some Brazilians. I know some Argentinians too, so a few people from the region. Maybe that means a go. Now it says it's changing. Well, too bad. We're doing the tram driver thing. We're going through the light. I'm still getting used to this. SIT says, I'm in the UK, works fine for me, resolution is perfect. Great. This is the first time I've ever tried to stream from the Xbox. I've recorded from it a bit. Right. I've learnt that you need to press B and then X to open the doors. Don't do it the other way around, it gets confused. Alright then, all of our people should be in. Just waiting for the green light, there we go. There's not as many cars in the Munich one as there are in the Vienna one. And I have to say the Vienna one feels more polished. But it does work fine. I've put about probably 5 or 6 hours into it, and I haven't had any crashes or anything like that, which has been quite appreciated. With only the one faux pas of having to have a mouse plugged in. Yeah, the announcer could be original V. I believe they licensed everything from the operators, so... Hello, Richie Peach. Is it like the one-to-one tram networks? I believe it is the proper network for the city. Let's see if I can pull off a stop while looking at the outside of the tram. Naturally, you just go through everybody. There we go. And they all come running over, and open the doors, and let them in. He didn't like that door, he didn't see the other door. They're all running away. Oh no, they're just back at the tram kids. They want to be as far away from me as they can get. Or maybe they want the tram behind me. That's possible. I am being followed. It does make me wonder if I'm supposed to go faster. Oop, lucky me, that light's green. That is where that came from. You are quite correct, Daniel. There's an achievement in this called getting a kebab, but I haven't figured that one out. Doors open again. Hello, morning. Comes aboard. Twins! It's like DTG, it's twinsy time. Don't they look so disturbed? They look sort of evil. If you watch now, they sit there. Green light. Let's take advantage of that before it changes. Richie Peach asks, how does it compare to Tramsim World, other than it's a tram? It's a little bit of a different experience, because you've got traffic lights and things, and in Munich they don't seem to do it, but in Vienna the cars drive in front of you, and you have to try not to hit them. I've only hit one in Munich, and I kind of did it deliberately. Sausage! German sausage. Red light. The city looks like it's done with photogrammetry, which makes me think it's probably the real deal. So if anybody lives locally, how you doing, people? Listening to you, Doof? Yes, we are. You have to cycle through the camera positions. I haven't found a way to change that. Away we go! I've made a bunch of tutorials that'll go live. Well, they're probably live now actually. And I've done some full route run-throughs on a couple of the routes, which will go live overnight. They're those kind of premieres that are really annoying. They're going to happen when I'm not there. So I won't be in the chat, unfortunately. I'll be sleeping. At least I hope I will, because it's a work day tomorrow. How'd you get, people? You too, Leopard Pants. See you later. And Leopard Pants Twinsy. Oh, so it's Schattplatz. That's how it says it. Okay. That's fine. Wait for our red light again. You do get kind of used to waiting for red lights. Just slide forward. Don't want to go too far though. Here's a question for you. Who remembers when this channel was called Drop Bear Fall? Because it was once. Back at the start. And that is my Xbox name. Here we go. There is a free roam, Richie Peach. You can get out and wander around if you want to. You want me to go and explore something? That's probably how you get the kebab, actually. Love the graffiti. Or the street art, anyway. Some stop coming up. Alright. See you later, people. Have fun out there. Oh, look, we just walk through each other. Off we go to Schattplatz. I'm pretty sure that car behind us is not actually connected to the world. You could try and get out and get a bratwurst. Why don't we do it? Let's find out. If I turn on the brake... This is going to really annoy the guy behind me, you realise that. And I should be able to stand up. There we go. And door. You know what, I didn't open a door. Oh, I had to open the door. Alright, we'll do it. We'll have to do it at another place. Because I'll be really annoying this guy behind me at the moment. Let's go. Is that green? No, it went green. Oh, it went red. Did I do it? But yes, you can get up and walk around, and in some of the scenarios you have to. It's a bit janky how you wander around, to be honest. Richie Peach says, I know this would never happen. It'd be cool if you could drive the tram to HPF and get an ICE in Tramsim World. An ICE, I should say. There's probably no reason why you couldn't roleplay something like that. We've got the F bat ready. And off we go. I don't even know how long 28 is. I should have looked that up, shouldn't I? Could be here for a week. What are you doing walking down the middle of the road? We're just going to follow her. I don't want to run over her. Well, this is interesting. Getting closer and closer to the middle. Come on, get out of the way. She's maintaining a good 5 kilometres an hour. Pretty good in high heels. Now the game doesn't like it if you run people over. It gets a bit mad at you. Sorry about the cough there, folks. I'm clearly been talking too much today. I've done too many videos. Mowed the grass. Had a pizza. Clearly didn't drink enough beer. There we go. Lovely. V says, tip, if you play Tramsim World 3 on Xbox S or X with all DLC installed internally, you will encounter micro-stuttering and frame drops. Moving all DLC to an external drive will solve the problem. That's good to know. I just opened the doors again accidentally. Silly. And we have F for get ready, we're set, we're going right, and we have triangle, off we go. Don't want to go too hard though. I have got Tramsim on here, funnily enough. I spent about 6 hours playing Tramsim today. See, I do actually play it. I don't just stream it. And I probably did 3 hours, maybe 4, making content for this. And some for last night as well. That's stayed green, which is good. I was once trained to drive trams, and my instructor was would commonly say, "Get your fucking tram under control, sonny," because I wasn't slowing down on the way to traffic lights, and he didn't like that. All open, in you get. Have fun, people. Dive in. I think there's probably maybe 5 or 6 characters all up. So there's not a lot of people. Ah, traffic lights. It was very to the point. He didn't mince words. He's also a fairly old school kind of teacher. If you did anything wrong, he just sort of give you a gentle tap on the back of the head. Now we're in the grassy section. I kind of assume we can go fast enough, so we will. Because we're not having to interact with cars here. I don't know of any way to find out how far along you are on the route. I think you're just kind of expected to know. This was the 90s Ricky Beach. It's perfectly okay to smack someone over the head that you were training then. Perfectly okay. Away we go. And yes, there's different routes for each map. So there's, I think, 3 for Munich. There's 23, 27 and 28. And for Vienna there's 1, 70 something, and another one. Yes, it's time for the U2. so that you can play some nice music with Bono at the edge. So you get the impression this is a stop, but I think it must be a bus stop. Because it doesn't make sense that you'd stop here. So you're going to stop over there anyway, because we have to turn around here. I'm guessing that by the fact it said terminus, and these trams can only be driven by one end. There's shunting controls at the other end, but you can't actually drive it from up there. Just wait for this to stop the cars. There we go. We can have a look at all the routes and see what they all are. We'll do that when we finish this one. One big difference to what you're used to in Tramsim World or Train Simulator or anything like that, when you finish a service, you just go on to the next one. You just keep going through the timetable. We're going to go off to the left. I wonder if that other tram's still following us. No, it's not. It must have gone somewhere different. See, now my destination's changed to be Sendlinger. The H is very handy, Viviti. Das Holz ist still. Nearly there. And of course there's ads for Tramsim all over the place. Actually, since we're at the terminus, and we've got the doors open, let's get up and go for a walk. How you doing? Texting? One finger? Very good. Do I ticket? Very fuzzy for ticket machine, isn't it? You can just walk through people. I wonder if we can get in the booth. No. Do you think I should get back on my tram and drive it away before someone gets upset? Do you want me to run this one back, or do you want to take a different one? Hey, can we go to the U-Bahn? Let's go see if there's trains down there. How cool would that be? Go look. Train guy just watched a video of a guy making a plane go at 2.7 billion miles per hour. Oh no. Invisible walls. Don't we all love invisible walls in our games? Yes. Yes, we love them.
Können Sie mir bitte aus dem Weg gehen?
Pardon? Who was that? Someone talk to me. That was probably get back in your tram, you asshole. Now, do you want me to take this one back, or do you want me to have a look at a different route? Alright, I'm slowly getting better at finding the right point with the... We'll get this one ready to go. I think we should look at different ones, as requested by Richie, so up to the menu we go. And new game. So, just Vienna, there's Route 1, Route U2Z, Route 7-1, and the depot. So there's 3 routes in Vienna plus the depot. And in Munich, there's Route 23, 27, and 28. We just played 28. Let's do 23. Hello, Richard. How are you? So we'll jump into 23. Let's make it rainy. There's an idea. It's changing the wrong thing. Lightning. All right, we're going to try this. Oh, I get what's happening. Weather mode dynamic. Now I can change this one. So we'll go lightning and cloudy for dynamic weather. And start. At that speed, that train guy, you could go to the moon in about 1/10 of a second. You got 20 subs, that's good. Wait for this new one to load. Ooh, sounds like lightning. Thunder. Alright, that train guy, we'll see you again soon. Nice. Now I've got to figure out wipers, don't I? Wipers. You know what? We're going to do it the easy way. When you can't figure out the switches, because they're all in German, you just go for this. Wipers. Okay. Normal. And the other thing I'm going to force on... I'm going to force the lights on, because when it gets dark, it tends to turn the lights off. Off we go. Ooh, that was impressive. That's like thunder and lightning when it first came out with Dovetail before they dumbed it down. Ah, thank you, Kat. Well done, Dave Randall. Kat's birthday, everyone. Wish her a happy birthday. Get some doors open, get these poor people in. Oh, we've got Wheelchair Dude. Hello, Wheelchair Dude. You're back. Alright, let me jump back in the cab so I can deal with you. Get you out of that rain, mate. Any second. Alright. Rampy thing, there it is. There it goes. There you go, buddy. What do you get? Let's get you up here. Oh, good man. Alright, we appear to be done there, so we can unlock things again. And get our doors closed. And drive off into the storm in an electric vehicle. Good plan, huh? So it does get wet on the outside, kinda.
Domarkstraße.
Let's have street art on one side and graffiti on the other. This top sounded like Doormatstrassen. Hi, hope you got brollies. Bit manky out there. Why are we facing away from the tram? Off we go. Got the big bridge. slightly immature, that train guy. But then again, I think you are about 12. So I shouldn't be that surprised, should I? They're so polite, they wait for everyone to get off. Green for go. Well, vertical white bar for go. Ooh, that was some serious lightning there. 11. So that wasn't a bad guess, was it? What are you doing with a YouTube channel at 11 years old? I've learnt the hard way to go slowly over the bridge. Let's just say, sometimes there's a tram on the other side. Not this time. I'm sliding. There we go. I got it back. What are you doing? Okay. Now we're going up here, folks. Hello, Ninja. I've got the emergency brake turned off. Because if you leave it turned on in the settings, it's too easy to actually get the tram into emergency. Alright, off we go. Muslin is a cloth, that train guy. I think you mean Muslim. Coming back out into the street. Into the tram plaza here. Oh, we've got a disabled dude guy, haven't we? Want to get off here? Good enough. That's where you're getting off. I like the puddles. That's nicely done. Got wheelchair dude here. Right. Let's pop our brake on. I think it's these buttons down here you actually use to raise and lower it, but I'm going to do it the easy way again. Just because it works really well. The puddles are really nice. It's a nice touch. Is he coming out? Yep, there he is. In Munich, the second you open the flap, he just zips out over the top of it. Sorry, not in Munich, in Vienna. I'll pop over to Vienna next. Back in the cab, fix our switch. Do you know how long it took me to figure out you had to click a switch? Because I hadn't driven the Munich ones before. Now just wait for our lights now. That's fine, that train guy. Waiting, 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 waiting. There's actually an achievement for ignoring the traffic lights. If you ignore 10 traffic lights, you get an achievement. Don't ask me how I know this. Let's just say I'm behaving myself on the stream. I'm amazed that I think I've probably put about 5 or 6 hours of game. Well, probably 6 hours now. We've just done an hour, and I'm still level 1. Takes a while to level up. Ah, traffic lights. Scary. Any moment now. See if I needed to get closer to it. You know, I'm seriously thinking about running this light. Doesn't really get mad at you when you do it. Your profile pic is about this big, so I can't really tell what it is. The record, that's a cup of tea, not a cup of whiskey. I'd much prefer the cup of whiskey though. You know what, we're running this light. Make sure there's no cars coming. There's no cars, but there's a tram. Look at that, he got the green light straight away. What was I doing wrong? I'm liking this lightning, you know. When Tramsim World had the really spectacular lighting, I have to say I liked it a lot more than what we ended up with.
Ausfallplatz.
That sounded like Ausfallplatz. I'll go with that. Alright. See you later, people. Enjoy that weather. Rest of you have fun back there. You behave yourselves now. Can't go anyway because the lights went red. That car went through a red light and ran over a human. Did you notice that? Must have been an Audi. It's always the Audi. You're right, SIT. I do like the lightning and the puddles. F for get ready. Come on. Here we go. We got a bit slow though because of the points. There's not much point hurrying because I can see the lights in front of us are going red.
Potsdamer Straße.
Oop, green light. Away we go. Let's have the occasional drawing issues out in front of you. Like Tramsim World. Hey, that's where you'd get a kebab, isn't it? At a service station. That's why I was always taught to slow down. See, I'm nice to you. Ah, more waiting. Bit of waiting. Bit more waiting. Would anybody like some free waiting? Trees are dancing. Hello, Real Cam Racing. There's no other routes planned that I'm aware of. It would be lovely to get some new cities in here. So I'll certainly pass that back to Dovetail. Not that they really get a choice, because they don't actually build this thing, they just sell it on console. I'd like to see Melbourne, personally. Righto, that train guy. Enjoy yourself. SIT says should do Birmingham. Could do that.
Münchner Freiheit. Umstieg zu U3 und U6. Change here.
What about that
for
tram that
U3
joins up with the
and
Elizabeth line?
U6. Endstation. Bitte alle aussteigen. Terminus. All change, please.
Real Cam Racing would like Nottingham. We've gotten to another terminus. Shall we flip over to Vienna now, when we park this up? I got wheelchair dude out, didn't I? Yeah, I did. That went to a yellow dot. Why do we have to wait? There's no one over there to go anywhere. Don't tell anyone. I was never here. Yeah, it'd be cool to link it up with train lines. Then you could do a run in a tram, and then you could go off and jump into a train. Even if you had to change games, that'd still be fun. There's our terminus over there. Everybody will be happy to know it's undercover. And yes, V, we will pop over to Vienna. I know Route 1 quite well in Vienna, I don't really know the others. Usually get our light fairly quickly here, but we'll see. Cup of tea while we wait. I have to say the Xbox is excellent at keeping the tea warm. It's probably not what Microsoft intended it for, but it's very good at it. Is that a kebab shop? No, it's a supermarket. The way they've treated the detail inside the storefronts, I quite like it. Makes it look quite three-dimensional in there. The Double Glass Cube kiosk. See you later, people. Get off your tram. Go on. Kick off. Go away. Oh, you poor buggers. You don't know what's going to happen, do you? Because I'm just going to leave it here with the doors open. Yes, I do want to go to the main menu. Thank you. Alright, Vienna it is. Let's go. SIT says it looks better on the TV. I don't think it does have maps. So we can do Route 1, U22Z or 71. Or the depot. Let's do Route 1. And I'll leave it in summer. Maybe make it a bit earlier. 7:15 or something. And let's get rid of the lightning. Let's go back to sunny. Sunny and cloudy, that'll be fine. And all those things can be off. That's good. Let's go. This is quite a long route, this one, Route 1. I think the graphics in Vienna are better. And it's photogrammetry again, but I think they used a higher resolution this time. Hello, CCT Mitch. And we're now in a big red one. Jumped out of the blue sausage into a red sausage. Oh, I agree, real cam racing. The world is a bit covered in crap. It would be nice if the games did that too. I actually give that feedback every single route because I'm one of the beta team, but they ignore me every time. The other bit of feedback I always give them is that the toilet doors don't work. They ignore that too. Matt used to tell me to stop with the toilet doors, but then other people started doing it and he gave up. I think we should mount a global campaign for toilets in trains. Right, we've got another wheelchair dude. This tram's easier with wheelchairs. Much simpler and quicker. Right, let's get the doors open. Come around here and go flip. There you go, dude. In you get. Well done, mate. Top notch. Flip it back in. And close stuff up. And away we go. Now we're off street here, so we can go a bit quicker. Driving through one of Vienna's pretty parks. About to come to the end of the park section and go out onto the street. Have a good day, Real Cam Racing. Wait, he's gonna wait. Good. Cars often don't wait, they just turn right in front of you. Now it's different here because we've got an advanced signal up there that tells us what's coming. We know there's a red signal here, but we can actually go past the lights because we're going to stop here, and this is a stop marker, and go right up to the intersection. Now I assume what's meant to happen is the cars are meant to sit back there. They clearly don't. Well, sometimes they do, but usually they don't. They just drive past, like this guy is. Off we go. Good thing that light was green, wasn't it? When you see the two vertical dots, it lets you know that you've got enough time to get through the next light. Because they change before the lights do. You can see the resolution of the city's quite a bit higher here. When we get round to the Parliament and things, it's actually really pretty. In you get, lady. Can't wait here all day. If anyone sees a kebab store, let me know. We're going for a walk. Just gotta wait for my doors to finish closing. Why aren't you doing that? I have a flashing blue thing. Oh, because the door's open. Why's the door open? You gonna close? You want to get off, don't you? That's the problem. There you go, dude. Enjoy your day. I forgot he was on there. Which should mean we have, in the cab, yeah we do, so there's a little, there's a light on the right hand side of the normal one. So the tram was reminding me, oi, you can't do that. I'm going to close this time. Come on. Oh, hang on. Maybe I need to manually tell it. There we go. Now we can close the doors. Yay! Away we go. Actually, I need to keep that bar that keeps going red, I need to keep that yellow. You lose points if you go into the red too much. Wait for our light to come on so we can go around the corner. One thing about this game is the streamer's nightmare. If you get a long traffic light when you're playing, you can just go and get a cuppa, but can't really do that when you're playing the game. Narrow little streets, these ones.
Löwengasse. Umsteigen zu 4a.
There's one of the older trams. I haven't actually driven one of those on console yet. Why don't we do that on the next run? Take one of those. Instead of these boring modern ones. Cars appear out of the side streets occasionally, and sometimes people just walk out in front of you too. It doesn't seem to worry too much when you hit a car, but it just says, you hit a car. Your insurance company will be mad. But when you hit pedestrians, it gets quite upset. Off you go, folks. You have a good day out there. This would have to be a little nerve-wracking as a driver running through here. Hello, Hentus Rail and British Ace. How are you guys? Surprised you guys aren't streaming this right now. We're running Route 1 in Vienna right now. We've been to Munich, and we've been to... I was about to say we've been to another city, but we haven't, have we? They look much healthier when they're walking. I can imagine Hentus would be challenging with all the things that you have to do. British Ace says, yet to do the daily trains. Oh. Off we go. Can run through this one, got to slow down for the curve. It's worth when you come around a corner just having a look out the back. Just wait for your tram to straighten up. Because they're very long.
In Richtung Bruno-Marek-Allee.
You think I should change my name to Tram Simulator Driver? I think back there's actually a error because there's a double stop bar back there, so you should stop at the double stop bar, but you go past it to make your stop. That's life. I think trams count as trains. When I worked in fare systems, there were two people who did the design work, and I used to do everything with rails and he used to do everything with tyres. It was our deal. So we've got an A light on for the left-hand route, but we're not going on the left-hand route. We're going straight ahead here, if I remember correctly. So I have to wait. Ah, good, you've got a video out, Hentus. I know, Joe, you've been busy in this game. You've been churning out the content. And away we go! At this point, I wait for a pedestrian to run out in front of me. British Ace, I believe it's 30 everywhere in street running, and it's 50 where you're separated, so here you can do 50.
Hintere Zollamtstraße.
That just went red.
Umsteigen zu O. In Richtung Raxstraße.
I was thinking we were going to make it then, but we did not. It is quite impressive around the city. The graphics on the PC, I have to say, are probably a little bit better than what you're experiencing. But the Xbox S is only a pretty mediocre gaming PC config. So it doesn't surprise me they've dumbed it down a little bit. What's it like on the PlayStation, British Ace? Oh, and you've got a COVID shot coming up. They're exciting. Where we go? The camera feature's kind of cool. I wish you could get rid of some of them though, so you could just choose which ones you want. And it's easy to read the stop numbers on the PC. See if I'll just stop here. See on that sign there, there's a 1 and an N, or U2N I think. So they're the route numbers. Just move ahead. Interestingly, here's one of the stop bars I was talking about. You should actually stop at the stop bar, but the game wants you to stop up here, which I think is wrong. Because interestingly enough, Vienna's tram rules remarkably like Melbourne's. It's probably because we share the same gear. Now I'm going to do something else naughty. I'm going to go sit on the points. Shouldn't do this. Because you never know if they're going to change. In the Munich one, if you run in advanced mode, you can change the points yourself from inside the tram. If you're running in simplified mode like I am, it just happens. My favourite tram is the old one, the U27. Here's our A light. We can start creeping. There we go. Yeah, it actually is fun, Hentus. I have, in the PC version, I haven't been quite as bad with this. This is my favourite tram coming here. Take one of these out in the next run. But in the PC version, I've sometimes sat down to play this in the morning and gotten up when it's dark. So it's easy to lose a day in this. Our points are set the way we want to go. The U27 turns right here. The Route 1 goes straight ahead. The jackhammer rumble strips. Yeah, it's interesting what happens on your controller. I'd actually like to plug the headphones back into my Xbox controller, but I don't dare do it because it might interfere with the sound setup. Because it's a bit laggy what I'm listening to. We have the A light, so we can start creeping. And we're just going to assume that went green. Slow down for all the points. Even though we're going straight, you still got to go slow. I would love to see some other city centres. We were talking about that before. There was quite a lot of votes for Nottingham and Birmingham and Melbourne. Melbourne is a tram city. We've got about, I think we've got something like 80 routes active, so we've had trams for over 100 years. And some of our ancient ones are still actually running. There's not many of those running around anymore, and they've been modified to have modern brakes and the like. Let's get out of here before this light changes. Need a chat link cable. Oh, that's right, the Elgato thing. I can actually plug the headphones into the controller, but I had it that way before, and it was working fine. But I set it up to run through OBS monitoring, and I just don't want to unplug it, because when you do that, Windows goes, "Ooh, your sounds have changed. Let me redo everything and connect everything to everything that it shouldn't be connected to." It's like, yeah, thanks for that. Really like your help there, Windows. This one's green. Stop coming up on the right. Where's the little H thing? Can't we see it in this view? Oh, there it is. Yeah, because you're looking for the little yellow dot that's down on the footpath. But where there's a double stop bar, that's a mandatory stop. You should always stop at it. But they don't tell you that in the game. Next, let's go back to that one and have a look and watch it drive across the intersection when the time comes. It annoys me you can pan these around, but you can't move. So in this case, we're just stuck at looking at a tree while we wait for these lights to change. Yeah, I find that annoying too, Hentus. What Hentus is talking about, let me just go back in the cab. If there's something you can interact with, it just says interact. It doesn't say what it is. And that's fine. So if you've got enough resolution to actually read these things and you know you're German, you'll be fine. But, well, let's just say I'm screwed. Because I don't have either of those things. When I'm playing it on the TV, I've got good resolution because I can watch it at 4K. I can read what's written on everything, but not when I'm streaming. Come on, lights. Let's go. This is a bit of a nightmare for streamers because you've got to wait for lights.
Salztorbrücke. Umsteigen zu 2a. Flughafenbus. Bitte seien Sie achtsam. Andere brauchen Ihren Sitzplatz vielleicht notwendiger. Connections to airport bus.
Catching up with another tram. Ladies and gentlemen, if you need a connection to the airport bus, you can get it here. So I understood that bit. More Tramsim ads. Sorry guys, we've already got it. Ah, near enough. Henter said we used to have trams running in Poole back in the late 19th and early 20th century. He had double-decker trams in Poole, I think. And I think there was, you want to get in, do you? Alright, I'll open the door for you. There you go. No, you don't want to get in? You just walk off after I open the door for you? Well, that's grateful. You can go now, tram. These lights are changing. Richard said a while ago, sorry I didn't pick up on it, that Rotterdam, the council, is busy shutting down tram routes and ripping the rails up. Yeah, it's pretty intelligent. Given the world's on the verge of running out of fossil fuels. In Melbourne, we're changing quite a lot of roads to be more tram friendly. Nice and slow round this corner. Because cars often leap out at you even though they've got a red light. And if you want to have some fun with the cars, just stop here. Just holds them up forever.
Umsteigen zu
In fact, these people have a walk.
U4.
So,
31.
have a don't walk now.
3a.
See? Where are you going to go? Where are you going to go? You're just going to have to wait there, aren't you? Because, you know, it's just going to make you sit there. Look at them all. It's fun. Ah, well, let's go. Get some fun. Makes up for all the ones that drive out right in front of you. We're running contraflow here. That's really sad, Richard. They're pulling him out and getting rid of public transport. I know a lot of cities like having walking centres, and that is a good thing to do. So this time I stopped at the mandatory stop bar. Off we go. We can turn straight or go right, but we're going straight. In Melbourne, we've got a couple of streets which are devoted to pedestrians and trams. But they don't have. One of them has no cars at all, and the other one, cars seem to sneak in and people seem to ignore it. But there's not much traffic in there. You're only allowed to go at most one block in the car. Off you get. Go on, get out. Off with your crazy eyes. They're all getting on the tram behind me. They've clearly read about my driving. Off we go before these lights change. Off we go. A stop request.
Börse. Umsteigen zu
And an advance
B.
warning of a red light.
In Richtung Nussdorf, 40a.
How many points have you racked up, Henderson BA? Actually, that's red light is only for turning right. I'm allowed to go. I'm going straight. Convenient. Has anyone found the kebab shop yet? That's what I want to know. So this amuses me that you pull into this stop and you come out here and you block not one but two sets of points while you're stopped. That's just crazy. The other one catching up with me. Well, where we go? Yeah, I can imagine you'd be upset about that, Richard. It's not good. Just doesn't seem to be very smart. Next lights are going to change. Some quite pretty buildings around here.
Schottentor. Umsteigen zu U2. 37, 38, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 1a.
So you can have as many footsies as you want. We're coming up to a fairly pretty area here. We might have to go for a walk across the Rainbow Crosswalk. Why not? Off we go. I think that's somewhere around here. Got some quite pretty buildings on that side. And the, I think it's Parliament over there. Go car dodging. It's like playing Frogger. Aha, we made it alive. Oh, we've got a walk sign now anyway. Hi. How you doing? We have some really nice buildings around here. In the PC version, they're photorealistic. This one, they're not bad. Back in the tram, there's no Control Zero shortcuts. You just have to walk around and go in here. Then you've got to hit yourself in the face with the door. Alright. Everybody on? Looks good. And now we have to wait for a traffic light. Life. Stretch time. That's better. Hello, View app. How are you? We're quite enjoying it. Thank you for joining in. I've had it on PC for a while, but quite enjoying it now it's on console because it's a much simpler driving experience on console because the doors are easier. I noticed there was a season called Christmas.
Rathausplatz.
We should probably do that, you know. That'd be fun. This is the Parliament building, I think, from memory. If I'm... could be wrong, could be right, don't know. Hentus rail, you press and hold A, and it lets you get up. So if I'm sitting in the seat, you just press and hold A, so... and then you're standing up. And then you can go for a wander. And you press and hold A to sit down again. You have to press it for quite a long time. Let's lock up. Even though we don't have an A light yet. There's our A. Get ready to go. Jump the gun. Now I can't see it. Have to go forward a bit further so I can see it. We've got it. Oi. Oi. Get out of the way. See, he heard about the other guy. Oh, what are you doing, mate? What are you doing? What are you doing? Come on, get out of the way. It's not as though I'm going to back up. Now we've got a tram going to run into the side of me. That's good. Now we're just going to have to get it. We just have to hit the car. There we go. Crunch. I hope you enjoyed his day. It's not as though I'm stopping to exchange information or anything.
Parlament. Umsteigen zu
Isn't it funny
2
how they have different
in
buttons?
Richtung Dornbach.
We are going left and we're allowed to. Got a little triangle. There's another clown. He's going to whack you, you know that. Gonk. Go back to the depot, big scratch marks down the side, and I'll go, what happened? A couple of cars. He's alright, mate. Hey, View app, if you're still here, how do you get the kebab achievement? Blocking more tracks. There we go. Doors open. And off we go. Hello, Stefan. How are you? You going to put some trams into New Zealand, Stefan?
Ring. Volkstheater. Umsteigen zu U3, 46, 49.
If you're not sure who
48A.
Stefan is, he's maker and publisher of Midland Line in New Zealand. With all of the nice steam locos, JA and the KB. There's the EO Electric, and I can't remember what the diesel's called. Sorry. Crappy ambassador, aren't I? It does that, Stefan. Pleased to say I have finished my theory on my steam training. Got my 10th practical next week. And because I want to help with Climax 1694 on the weekend, I'm doing engine cleaning. I should probably look and see if that light's green, because it's not. That would have been sad. That's a bit sneaky. The EOs being trams. I think you should make trams from Melbourne, mate. I can send you all the reference you want. Especially 75. I've driven 75 quite a few times.
Burgring. Umsteigen zu 57A.
One thing I would suggest you do with this game, we're getting closer to the subway, so it reminds me, in the sound settings for the game, turn the subway right down because it's so loud. Very cool, Hinters. Yeah, we're doing Route 1. I've played Route 1 quite a lot on the PC. No pedestrians. We've got quite a few cleaners at Puff. It's how you get into fireman training. You put your hours in as a cleaner so that they'll recommend you for safe working. Used to be 1100 hours, I think it's 100 now. Which is basically 10 days. Yeah, I don't know, BA. It would be very good to get DLCs for many more cities to come. I guess if it's successful on console, but they may well do that. Just have to wait and see. I think I do actually turn right here. Just wait for the little light to come on. We've got an A to go straight, but not to turn right yet. There we go. Now we can do anything we want. Just got to watch out for pedestrians around here, because they do often walk out right in front of you. There's one there, in fact. Now, if you're running, I think it's a 7-1 route. You turn left here and you go around a loop and go back.
Oper, Karlsplatz. Umsteigen zu U1, U4, D, 2, 62, 2A, 59A. Badener Bahn nach Baden.
That was easy for her to say. Our boiler tickets, I don't think, have ever been hours. You had to do the course, and then you had to pass a theory exam and you had to pass a practical exam. But you didn't have hours involved in the boiler. Yeah, it could be the U27 BA. It's been a while since I've driven it. It's actually been a while since I've driven this game. I think I last streamed it maybe a year ago. Coming up to the subway. Our firemen don't even need a boiler ticket anymore. But if you've got one, they much prefer you. It's a bit like with me, even though I'm still training, they're quite happy to leave me alone with the train. Because I've got a boiler ticket. That, and they've watched me enough times to know I won't blow it up. We're back to the I like traffic lights game again, aren't we? Sigh. Did my indicator turn off? Oh no, it's still on. There we go. He almost got whacked by the back of the tram. I've seen people get hit by trams. The bones in their body keep cracking and breaking for rather a long time. It's disturbing. Bye people. Off you get. Ooh, creepy rail fan peering out through the bush. Looks like that light's going to change shortly. I can see the pedestrian lights changing over there. We have the A. Come on, come on, don't make me stop. Yay! Hello, Poorhouse. How are you? I quite enjoy playing at Poorhouse. It's been around for a while, so it doesn't have much in the way of bugs.
Resselgasse.
The port onto the Xbox does have a bug, but that's easily solved by plugging in a mouse. I thought that was an open doorway, and I'm thinking, surely that's a kebab shop. These people up. It's quite hilly in this area, so you have to apply a lot more power. Off you get. No, no one wants to get off. Very good. Stay on then. See if I care. Let's go. Come on, come on, go, 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 go. Before the lights change. Come on, go. Oh dear. Gotta wait. Never mind. There's probably a good 250, 300 hours of gameplay in it. If you do everything, you run all the possible times. So, yeah, I think you'd have fun with it. And away we go. I have to keep remembering to keep my acceleration bar in the yellow, not in the red. You lose points when you can put it in the red. Next light's going to stay green. Here comes one of the old trams.
Paulanergasse.
I thought we were coming up to the subway, but I was wrong. It's for not a little while yet. Actually, I'm exempted from that light. It's all good. There's not a career mode as such, but if you run it in advanced mode, you take care of everything. There are scenarios that take you in and out of the depot. So you can kind of invent your own career mode, I suppose. Everything earns points in this thing. You used to be in a wheelchair. Did you get better? I think he did.
Meierhofgasse.
More red lights. Woohoo. I love red lights. They're so good. See you later. Have fun. We have the horizontal bar of no-go. I haven't done the tutorials on stream, but I have done them on videos, and they will be releasing... if they haven't already, they're coming out tonight, one or the other. A couple of them came out straight after I started this. And here we go, into the
Johannstrausgasse.
hole.
Umsteigen zu 13a.
Down here there's definite signalling going into the underground section. 2 greens means there's nothing in front of you, so you can accelerate to 50. If you've got a green and a yellow, you have to go to 30 and be prepared that there's a tram 2 sections in front. And if you've got 2 yellows, then you have to go 15 because there's a tram right in front of you. Out to get Subway, folks. Richard says Tramsim PC Vienna version available for $12.50 or €12.50 rather, instead of the usual 35 on instant gaming site. You want to get in, do you? Alright, there you go. You look so sad, so I'll let you in. Oh, nice. I'm a nice driver. That guy just sank into the stairs, didn't he? There he is. Oh well. We've got a green and a yellow there, so we have to do 30. I think that green and yellow is not actually for a tram though. I think that's for this curve back there, because it's quite a tight curve.
Laurenzgasse.
So we've got green and green again here.
Bitte seien Sie achtsam. Andere brauchen ihren Sitzplatz vielleicht notwendiger.
Lots of Tramsim ads. Don't know why they advertise their own game in here, because, you know, you've already bought it. It is important to stop at the right place in the underground, because you can cause the points to not change properly if you don't. We all done? Looks like we're done. Oh, we've been out of the world there. And our points are already set for us, because we are turning right here. It's funny that they run the tram track down here, even though it's underground. And the main reason you run that kind of track, in fact, here they don't have it, but they run those channels to stop the flangeways getting filled up with concrete and rocks and crap. In Australia, the standard edition is about 50 and I think deluxe is 68. Couldn't tell you what the overseas prices are. Now we're coming up on another tram here, which is weird because we've got green signals and then a green yellow. Get out of the way. And he's getting out of the way. Excellent. If you have a look on the Xbox or PlayStation stores, Poorhouse, because I can't see what the overseas prices are. We need to turn left here, and the points are set for us now. Hopefully everyone who's coming aboard is. Guy's having a good old giggle over there. And off we go. Hello Purple Plains Sim Time UK. That's quite a channel name. Nice and slow through these points. You can't actually derail a tram, I don't think, but you can... actually, you can turn on the interference with points, and then I think you can. But in this mode, I don't think you can. Where we go? We're gonna head up out of the subway now. So no point going full fang. We've got the green and yellow to remind us we're coming out of the subway.
Stadthalle 62 in Richtung Leitz 14a Badener Bahn nach Baden.
Double yellow, so down to 15. Clearly not doing that though. That's quite cool. We go straight here if I remember rightly. the hill. We're almost at the terminus of this route now. Purple Plane Simtime UK says I have it on PC. It's a bit stuttery. It's quite needs quite heavy hardware on the PC. Runs okay on my box, but it's a bit of a beast. Oops, I didn't stop. I'm naughty. Now I'm going to stop in the middle of the road and let people out. No one got out. That's fine. It's all good. Nothing to see here. Move along. Of course you'd walk out in front of me. I think a car just drove through me. Did. It's fine for the cars to hit you. It's only if you hit the cars that it gets upset.
Davidgasse. Umsteigen zu 7a.
British Ace has got it on PS5. He can tell you how it's playing, assuming he's still here. He's also made rather an unbelievable amount of content for it. He's spent quite a bit of time in it this past weekend, I think. Ambassadors tend to get stuff only a couple of days before it comes out, so there's always this mad rush to get stuff done. Richard says PlayStation Store £32.99 on the Xbox console standard edition and £40.49 for deluxe.
Troststraße.
Yeah, I think that's deliberate, Stefan. They love their 90-degree turns. There's some cool street art up there. They always give you these little mini heart attacks as you drive along, but you get used to it, to be honest. Now these people could walk to the terminus, but they're standing at a stop waiting to catch a tram there. Because the terminus is literally just around the corner. And they want to get a tram there. That's fine with me. Pay your fares, sit down, shut up. I do want that one. You can watch it go around the corner. Deluxe Poorhouse comes with both cities, Vienna and Munich, and it has the depot in Vienna as well, and the scenarios that go with the depot route. Standard has Munich and Vienna only. Deluxe also has the ultra-low floor trams. There's a guy following me into the terminus too. Hello, Devon Clancy, who notices on the Steam version a lot of bugs and typos in the English UI. The UI seems to be okay. It's quite minimalised compared to Steam. And things like the fact that it's very hard to use the doors on a non-German keyboard, certainly corrected by the controller. So there's actually not that much English that happens. If you're in the scenarios when it's telling you what to do, they don't seem too bad from the ones I've played. I've only played a couple though, and I think there's about 6 or 7 of them from memory. Just slow right down for these points. Going on the inner track, I think. Yes, we are. Oh, no problem with the questions, Poorhouse. Ask away. I know on the Steam version, I know this is the console release, but on the Steam version you do need some relatively grunty hardware for it. But it seems to be quite happy on the Xbox S, so they've dumbed the graphics down enough. Alright, we have reached the terminus. All change, please. Please gather your belongings, guide dogs, monkeys, lizards, iguanas, and goldfish, and get off my tram. And I think let's run one of the other routes. Yes. No problemo. And let's have a look at... let's go to the depot. Actually, let's not go to the depot. Let's do Route 71. I don't think I've actually ever driven Route 71, to be honest. But what I want... Yeah, it's the E2 is the one I want, I'm pretty sure. Let's jump into an E2. Purple Plain Sim Time UK says it has a good ambience about it. Yeah, it kind of does. It does. Having driven trams, not in great seriousness. I got taught to drive them around when I worked on fare systems, and we used to take them out for rides. Not that that ever happened. So it's all good. Is this just going to drive? It is just going to drive. I love simple mode. So welcome to the good old-fashioned U27. They remind me of American PCC cars. They sound like American PCC cars. And they're kind of cool. No one to get in or out, so we'll just get out of here. We have a green light, so let's go. Come on, doors closed, I want to go before the lights change. Come on, close, 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 close. Ah, didn't make it. We'll creep up a bit. Just to make this light a bit easier to see since it's not behind something anymore. So for me, yes, as someone who's driven trams, they feel very much like trams. They brake, they accelerate like trams, they behave like trams. If you turn on the emergency brake, you can have to peel your face off the windscreen when it stops. Fortunately, you can turn that off with the controller so that your stick can't actually engage the emergency brake, which I like. This is a 71 stop. I think the other one wasn't a 71 stop. That's probably why there was no one there.
Schottentor.
Right.
Umsteigen zu
Let's get them
U2,
open.
37, 38, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 1A.
And off we go. I think we go right here, so just gotta wait for the lights. It's already set the points for me. I probably do actually know the routes well enough to drive them in advanced mode these days, but I've never really had the urge, to be honest. It's just kind of fun driving it this way. I suppose if I've ever got bored with it, I might take it up in advanced mode just to see some stuff that works better. Well, not better, but differently. It's a much rawer feel in these ones. Your speedo's over there, so you have to look slightly askance to see your speedo. Sounds like the back of the trams across the points now.
Rathausplatz, Burgtheater.
It's had updates, the PC version, not for a long time. It's been out for ages. I think we go straight here, so we're fine with this intersection, because it is set left and I've got the triangle, it tells me I can go. A bit far off the mark, but it'll do the job. Oh, that's why it takes longer. There's steps. Why won't it let me go? Still have. There we go. The back view's kind of cool when you go around corners. You can see your trailer coming around. Hentus is driving the 323 in a snowstorm on the way back to Birmingham New Street. That sounds like fun.
2 in Richtung
I think I'd like that.
Dornbach.
So we're going the other way now compared to where we were before. Or are we? No, we're not. We're going the same way. Sorry. I got momentarily confused. And then said something and realised I've just said something dumb. Yeah, I think it's quite a bit of fun, partly because it's just something that's so different. Off we go. It's so different to driving a train simulator. But it just... the difference just adds some fun, having the cars around. I could do without the traffic lights. The change sequences are rather long. I'm sure they're realistic, but...
Ring, Volkstheater. Umsteigen zu U3.
I'd much rather they were less realistic.
49,
I
48
can't see anything
A.
at the moment, Hentus. It looks like it's going out. Yeah, it looks okay. We've still got one door open somewhere. There we go. What I found with the doors in the PC version of this game is you just keep mashing the buttons till it works. Then it's fine. It seems to work in the console too. Got the A for almost. He didn't come around in front of me this time. Hello, Gives Photography. Yeah, it does remind us of Melbourne trams a bit. I'd love to see Melbourne in the game. I've got about 80 routes to choose from, so
Umsteigen zu
rich pickings.
57a.
We are turning left. I wonder if the hot dog stand does kebabs. And this is a 71 stop. Henter's Nebworth Gravelly Hill. Oh well. It's good to have the occasional Nebworth, mate. It's good for the soul. In fact, we should do the, we'll do an honorary Nebworth for Henter's. Wait for the stairs to come in and the doors to shut. Alright, away we go. Just realised I've been driving trams for 2 hours, so that probably brings me up to about 7 or 8 hours in the game, and I'm still level 1.
Karlsplatz. Umsteigen zu
It does take just a little while to level up.
D 2 62 2a 59a. Badener Bahn nach Baden.
It sounds very Scottish, that Badener Bahn, but Baden. Doesn't sound German. We go again. Oop, bit quick. Stop coming up, and a stop request as well. Waiting for all the doors to finish closing. There we go. Thought he was going to play chicken with me. What if you get up to level 2 when you hit 2000? Guess we'll know soon.
Schwarzenbergplatz.
Going just a little bit quick. Everybody will live. How impressive is that building up there? That's just cool, isn't it? I like traffic lights. Must be time to change. Change you will. Change. These are the trams you're looking for. The game clearly does not fall for mind tricks. Sooner or later, You know what's happening, game. We're going to run this light. There we go. Don't want to go too hard because there's a stop just down there. How cool would it be to get that seat in the back? Pulling up to our next stop here. Yeah, Melbourne would be a lot of fun, I think. And I think Melbourne being a tram city, there's, I reckon, a lot of customers for it. Oh, after all that, the light went red. Time to wait again. Waiting, bit more waiting. It's always good to be waiting. Anybody else feel like adding some more waiting? There's an A light. And away we go. I think we're going straight here. The other tram turns there and we go straight. Off we go. Next stop coming up. I think the stops are a bit closer together in Vienna too, so it does change the way the game feels a little bit.
Am Heumarkt.
No, it doesn't want me to stop there. Mustn't have been a 71 stop. More red lights. Yippee yippee. If you drove all the tram lines in Melbourne, I reckon it would take you a week to drive all of them just once. Coming into the big and picturesque square with the roundabout. We'll be turning right here. Actually, this isn't the one with the roundabout, is it? It's the other one. Our life governed by 3 dots. I just noticed the universal sign up there. A for almost. On our railway on the level crossings we have A lights that tell you that the system's failed. And it's meant to be A for apron because it tells you to run up onto the crossing apron to set the crossing off. Quite amazing buildings, aren't they? But we call it the A for arsehole light because some arsehole came and busted it. Go, stop there and get these people. Morning. Where'd you come from? You come through my cab. Oh, maybe you came up that step. That would be fair, wouldn't it? And off we go. If you've played the PC game, the doors are so much simpler on the console version. We're going to ignore that these lights are flashing and go straight on through because we're a tram driver and tram drivers never ever do things like that. Now we've got the giant roundabout street. Hey, almost. Here we go. Yay. These ones remind me a little bit of our Z-class trams. They have that kind of feel to them. They even look kind of similar, to be honest. On the inside. More people for the tram monster to eat. Another cool building. Vienna is full of cool buildings. And how good is it to have mirrors that work in a game? Where are our mirrors, Tramsim world? We want mirrors. Off we go. Is that a kebab shop? That might have been a kebab shop.
Rennweg. Umsteigen zu
I'll go check it out when I'm not on stream.
77a. S-Bahn. Regionalzüge.
Gab's Photography says I didn't pick this up earlier, that the dash looks like an OMSI texture. It's just a well-worn dash, I think. It's time for a car sandwich. More people to pick up. See you later. Have fun. Don't fall down the stairs. Yep, jump straight into the warm seat. On you, mate. Good deal. Lights have changed. Of course they have. Looks like a nice big park there. Collision with a car? Where? Where? Where's this car? Where is it? You want to get in? The lights have just changed, lady. That's pretty funny. No, I didn't collide with the car. The car landed in me. That was quite funny. Here's me saying it doesn't have many bugs. Well, there was one. I'll stop. There's another tram up there. There's like a Flexity. There are a few lols in the game. You look so sad. They all look like they're listening to some good quality German doof. Probably pay attention to where I'm going since there's trams up there. This is a 71, so it's for us. See ya! There's only one left now. Sounded like a stop request. Ah, more waiting. Real soon now, this light will change. Does that look like a kebab shop? I want this kebab trophy. No one coming that way. There's no one coming that way. There's no police cars. Let's go. Finished everything for BCC. That's good. It's a bipper, whatever a bipper is.
Oberzeller Gasse. Bitte seien Sie achtsam. Andere brauchen Ihren Sitzplatz vielleicht notwendiger.
That sounded momentous, whatever it was. And you get welcome aboard. More traffic lights. Here we go. Yes.
St. Marx.
Bit of a
Umsteigen zu
cruise.
1874a. S-Bahn. Wir sind im Ziel. Auf Wiedersehen.
Sounded a lot like she was saying goodbye, didn't it? The red light. Away we go. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe that light went green instead. Here we go. Our turn. There's some bloke wants to get in down the back there. Tough titties, mate. We're going. Next stop, please. Don't look at the speedo.
St. Mark's.
I thought we were stopping on this side, but we're not. We're stopping on the other side. Lights go red. I should have just fanged it straight through, shouldn't I? More waiting. You do have to be quite good at waiting. You have to have lots of batteries in your controller too. Down in the honey in this Tino now, it's quite nice. That wasn't any further forward. He's a bit close, this bloke. Must be about to be our turn. Surely. Come on. Ooh, 1937. We might find out if you go up level 2 at 2000. I don't remember ever having gone up there on any of the routes. What if there's additional routes that only the AI drive? Bye. Have fun. Thanks for riding the Vienna trams. Where we go? Are these signs for kebab shops?
St. Mark's.
Ramming speed, Captain.
Umsteigen zu 18 74a S-Bahn.
Oh, he came round with us. He decided to stop. Smart cookie. Had another crack. Still couldn't get round. Oh, he's being eaten by a tram up there. Can't see a thing, can you? Nah. Nothing happened. Don't worry about it. You reckon he'll have another go in this roundabout? He's still up in the air back there. And now we know how the cars get up in the air. They hit trams. Oh, hit him again. He's not having a good time, that bloke. Hang on. Was that a kebab shop? We want the kebab shop. I wonder if I can get him again up here. He stays that close to the tracks, I probably can. Nah, he's got a good gap. Tram's red. I assume we're turning right here. That would have made us do a complete U-turn, wouldn't it? Ah, sigh. My flasher on? Almost time. Here we go.
Oberzeller Gasse. Bitte seien Sie achtsam. Andere brauchen Ihren Sitzplatz vielleicht notwendiger.
Oh, this is the track I said I've never been on. We're around here now. That's cool. Welcome aboard. On you get. All the little steppy things come in. Actually, that light's red, isn't it? Turning left. Bumpy, bumpy.
Kleistgasse.
I'll just ignore the speedo. We're going back the way we've come. Have I done a complete run? I kind of think that might have been a terminus. So it might have just finished a complete run. Ah well, we'll even it out. We'll finish in 17 minutes. That'll be enough. Hello, Quebec Patriot. Welcome from Canada. I've had the game on PC for ages. I had the Vienna game anyway, I didn't have Munich. I actually find this is easier on Xbox than it was on the PC, because all the controls make sense. So, quite enjoyable.
S-Bahn. Regionalzüge.
Expecting that guy to do a U-turn. One thing you should be aware of, Quebec, is you will need to plug in a mouse. You don't need to use the mouse, but you need to plug it in just so that you can actually interact with the world. There's another cool building. Stained glass windows and all. And I've got about, I was working it out before, I think probably about somewhere between 7 and 9 hours in this thing, and it's going okay. Haven't had any crashes. Shouldn't say that while I'm playing though, really, should I? Because then I'll get one. The issue of needing a mouse should be addressed next week. There's an intended patch coming out, so it's probably around next week. Twins! My flash is still on.
Unteres Belvedere.
I'm still looking for that kebab shop. I haven't seen it yet. That's your fault, Hentus, because every time I saw you mention it, it's like, alright, I gotta find it now. Be funny if it's a joke achievement. Hi. You're kind of in the way. Hi. That was a zippy little car, wasn't it?
Am Heumarkt.
We have been down here because I remember that sign. Hello, Violet's Inspiration Soup. I'm going okay. I'm cruising along in a tram in Vienna. And waiting for traffic lights. Bit depressed. Glad the video is helpful. How was the sound on those videos? I was a bit worried about them because I had to change my sound setup for the stream rather a lot. I was concerned that the vehicles might be louder than me on the videos. Vienna is one of the prettiest cities in the world, right? Ah, it's another car to attack. Let's go. Oh, look at that. They're even coming out on the tram line. Bump. Hey, he went away when I hit him. Cool. Oh, this guy's brake checking me. That's good, V, thank you. See you later, people of Vienna. Find me a kebab. Alright, Hentus mate. See you later on and have a good stream yourself. If I'm awake, I'll drop in, but I think you're streaming while I'm asleep. So I hope it goes really well. Ooh, this is tight. So if you want more Tramsim, folks, jump onto Hentus' channel a little later.
Schwarzenbergplatz. Umsteigen zu D. 2. 4a.
Well, we answered the question. You don't go to level 2 when you get up to 2,000 Tramsim points. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Did I just see a kebab shop? You use food. No, I don't think so. That's Chinese. Hang on. That's a kebab shop. Hang on. What's there? Let's get the doors open. Just the front doors. We're gonna go and get a kebab. If we can. Come on, let me out of the chair. Right. So it's definitely a kebab shop, and there's a kebab achievement. So how do we get the kebab? I think we've been defeated. Get out of the way, car. How did you guys get past? Oh, that's a bummer. Never mind. Oh, that door's automatically closed itself. Away we go! Hentus will be sad that I found a kebab shop after he left, but he'll be happy that it was useless. There you go, 1400 to 1800, and is that pretty standard time or UTC? This light's red. Better stop then. Rebars. Yes, the Easter egg kebab. We're wondering how to do it because there's an achievement on the Xbox called kebab for this game. Alright, see you later, Hentus. Good luck to this afternoon. Straight on through to the other side.
Umsteigen zu U1, U4, D, 2, 71, 2a, 59a.
Ooh, good timing. Don't do it, white car. You'll end up being a hood ornament. And there's a man on a horse. Come on. Get your modern heap of junk out of the way. Actually, if I let the people in and out here, which they seem happy to go, when that tram moves, gets his green light, we'll be able to go too. Go straight through behind him. on his coattails. There he goes. Really not meant to do this.
Burgring. Umsteigen zu 57a.
Four more minutes and I will call it quits if we're not back at the start. We're definitely doing a run the other way though, because I remember coming up this street. Are you thinking of Tramsim World, Quebec Patriot? He asked when you should use the horn. It actually varies by route. Generally speaking, in North American trains, except when you're in a quiet zone, you do use the horn as you approach a crossing. Two longs, a short and a long, with the last long timed to take you into the crossing itself. If you're thinking of German trains, they very rarely use the horn. English ones tend to honk for crossings and barrow crossings, which are pedestrian crossings. Americans, the Long Island Railroad honks on the way into a platform, but not out. There's lots of local rules for the different railways. When all else fails, wait some more. As we go to Morse. Ooh, interesting view of the subway. Is it time to go yet? Yep.
Ring. Volkstheater. Umsteigen zu
It looked kind of like a
U3,
stop, but not for us.
46, 49, 48a.
You don't want to know what speed we're going. I do. Ooh. Ooh, tight corner, tight corner, tight corner. Made it. I think this is probably a good place to leave the stream for this evening. So let's go for a little wander. How about you, car? Get out of the way. Come on, get out of the way. We're just going to wander over here. Because we're going to go and visit whatever this building is. Because it's pretty. And then we will end the stream for the day. Oh, I can't go any further that way. That's annoying. I wanted to go over there. Look at that building. But I can't. That's okay. There's our tram over there. So, that's it for today, I think. So, thank you very much for watching and putting up with my silliness. And enjoying yourselves, I hope. And I've got a whole bunch of content coming out overnight, tonight and tomorrow, which is, you know, sort of suits the European time zone, which is where these trams are from. So, that's why I've done that. And this Sunday, this Sunday. Tokyo Commuter. That's what I was going to do, and I have to schedule it. I haven't done it yet. All right, folks. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy. And Quebec Poetry, if you got any other questions, just chuck them in the comments or join my Discord. Happy to help. Alrighty. Bye. Thanks for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. I always like to get your feedback in the form of likes and comments because they help me understand what you want. Give the channel a subscribe and click on the tinkly things so you don't miss out on any new stuff. And thanks for your ongoing support. And please, be safe out there.